Hello and good afternoon to everyone. What we are going to talk about today is about how to manage our time effectively during the examination. Again, we are talking here, well, of course, about the Fachhochschulreife in the Fach English here, and specifically about the part of the listening part. Now, good time management is crucial, is very important for success in the exam. Some of the tips that I'm going to give to you maybe are not the same tips that your teacher has given you. Why is that? Like, for example, you already know that for each part of the listening, and we're going to have 2 exercises or 3 exercises depending what I explained in the previous video. Each part you will be able to listen to each part twice. Okay, so you're gonna listen to that once, to the recording once. You will have some time there. You're going to listen a second time to that recording, and afterwards you're going to have 1 minute more or less, 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then this second exercise will start with the same thing. Listen once, bit of time, second time of the recording, and at the end of the recordings you will have a couple of minutes to complete your answers. So that's why it's extremely important to manage our time effectively. First thing, some teachers or many teachers would they say, hey, during the first time that you listen to the recording, take no notes and answer no questions. Wait until you have heard it, and afterwards you can start answering the questions. My view on that is a totally different view. My view, what I have always told my students, is that you're gonna listen to that recording twice. So the first time you already mark with a pencil, okay, not with a pen. So kind of stiff, eine Bleistift. But with a pencil, you are going to mark what you think is the correct answer, just with the pencil. Now, the second time that you listen to the recording, what we are going to do is we are not going to ignore the questions for which we already have an answer. What we are going to do during that second time of the recording, we are going to make sure that the first things that we cross are the right ones, or the first answers are the right ones. And afterwards, of course, we're going to look for the answers for the questions that we don't have yet. There is another thing, take into account, you can also take notes, and it's the same thing. We already said that we've got multiple choice. Then, for example, if you think that you, during the first time that you listen to a recording, if you think that you have heard the right question, just make a mark, just a small mark close to the box here. And the second time, you can actually check that that's actually, to make sure that that's actually what they say, and then cross that. Again, with a pencil, that's what I would do. Of course, for other types of exercises like the short answers, you might want to take notes. Very good. Now, do not take your notes in the paper for the exam, because that is the only thing that we correct. You also have draft paper. So the paper, I think it was green, where you can take all your notes. Teachers, we do not correct the draft paper. We only correct which is written in the exam sheets of paper. So that's extremely important. Now, we have already talked about the multiple choice, or for example, the matching part. Again, you take your notes with a pencil. Second time, you make sure that your previous answers are the right ones, and you look for the answers that you still don't have. And afterwards, you can use this time between the recordings, or between the first exercise and the second exercise, to complete your answers and use the pen for that. When we are talking about the short answer questions, now, I already told you to take notes, for example, and afterwards you can concentrate on giving us the answers. Some students used to ask me, oh, but instead of a short answer, I might give a long answer so that the corrector sees that I know a lot. Well, no, it doesn't work like that, okay? When we are correcting, we teachers who are correctors as well, we get paper with very, very, very clear criteria of which we have to correct. So the thing is that if I'm asking you, for example, I don't know, how's the weather in Germany? And you hear something like, the weather in Germany is usually cold in winter, but in some regions there can be sunny days. I don't want you to write me a 3 sentences essay on the weather in Germany, okay? I just want you to write for me cold in winter and some sunny days in summer, and that's all. The longer you answer, A, the more time you're going to need to write that answer. B, the more likely it is that you make mistakes. So if we are talking about short answers, please give short answers. I mean, don't go creative there. We don't want creativity. I want to know that you understood that. So please don't go creative in there. And now, guys, what is possibly the most important part of this video? Take one thing into account. You're going to be exceptionally well prepared for the listening part of the Fachhochschulreife. The main enemy is going to be yourself. If you, for example, get too nervous or if you panic, we're going to have a look at that afterwards in another video. But it's extremely important that you stay calm and focused. And it's very important that you stay focused. Why is that? In the other parts, the reading part, the mediation, the writing part, I mean, you can chillax a bit and allow your mind to wander and to think about something else. But when we are talking about the listening part, you really have to be focused. It's going to be 20-something minutes, okay? It's going to be less than half an hour. And you really have to stay focused during that half an hour. Afterwards, you're going to have a break. You go out, and afterwards you will get back and you will take the second part of the examination, which is the written part. But it's really extremely important that you go there, stay focused, and above all, stay calm. So that was the tip and trick for today here. Stay tuned here and follow for more contact. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there is anything which is not clear enough, drop a comment here. Like always, you've got all the links in the description of this video, the link to my book here, the link to the star book, you could see that, and the link to all the data for last year's examination. If you know anyone who might profit from these videos because they are going to take the exam this year, for example, please do not hesitate and share that with them later.